At the moment, with me is Owen Prendergast, one of the leaders of the council. Mr. Prendergast, what is going on?
Well, I have to tell you, sir, that we've just had an all-night parish council meeting. It got very heated in places. It broke up about an hour ago, and the decision of the council and all the villagers in the Mickleham area is that we actually go for independence.
You're not serious, surely?
Well, I'm afraid I am, sir. Not afraid, I'm pleased that we're going independent. We have this wonderful charter, which we've recently discovered in the cellar of the Running Horses public house in Mickleham, which proves beyond any doubt whatsoever that we are our own dukedom.
And so what does this mean? You're going to become independent from Britain?
We are indeed. We're going totally independent. We have our own means of financing insofar as we have our own oil well, which is producing at the moment 1,000 barrels a day, and our coffers are full.
But they won't let you get away with this, surely?
Well, whether they let us get away with it or not is immaterial, sir. We have our own forces now. We have our own Mickleham army, which has been formed, and very soon you will see the forces that Mickleham can muster.
I've already seen some people dressed like the yeomen of the guard, Gilbert and Sullivan. This is not surely your army, is it?
This is not our army. These are faithful villagers of the village of Mickleham. Our army, sir, you will see very soon.
But they will not let you get... They'll make you pull down the barricades. Indeed, at the moment I see there is a police car coming up the road. They'll stop you.
They will not stop us. We are so determined that we are going to remain independent forever in this village, and and myself and all the villagers are prepared to fight to the last man to defend our new won freedom.
Do you mean you'll take on the British Army?
We will indeed.
From the scene at Mickleham, this is Graham Frey for Radio Micro News. Back to the studio.
And we will have more from Graham in the 10 o'clock news.
Okay.
Going back to the 10 o'clock news.
10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock. This is Judith Falcon. A small Surrey village has declared UDI. Mickleham, near Box Hill, made the announcement 10 minutes ago after an all-night council meeting. The move follows talks with the Foreign Office over a 400-year-old charter which the villagers say establishes Mickleham as an independent duchy. This coupled with the discovery of substantial reserves on Box Hill. They've now thrown up barricades around the village. From the scene, Graham Frey.
Some 300 yards north of the village itself, the villagers have set up a barricade, a hay cart pulled across the road, blocking the entrance to the village. The police have arrived in the shapes of PCs, Wilcox and Monkton. What are you going to do about this now?
Going to see if we can get them to clear the road and talk about this partly.
Right, we're going to go up to the barricades now. How can you make them take it down?
Reason with them, tell them that there's a sensible way to deal with this.
They are chanting, we want independence.
We want independence. Ladies and gentlemen of Mickleham, I have an announcement to make. From this moment on, Mickleham is its own dukedom. We have declared independence. We are free and independent. By this great charter which I hold in my hand, signed and sealed by the King Charles II, bestowing upon this village independence in the shape of a dukedom, we take this independence. We are financially assured by our own oil well, and it is now producing sufficient funds for this whole thing to be done. We are independent, sir. We are independent and free.
We stop and move the hay cart off the road.
We have no intention, sir, of doing so. We are independent here, and you have no authority to command us.
Until you've declared that independence with the other counties, clear the road and we can use it.
Sir, we are declaring unilateral independence. There is no question of our referring to others for authority. We are independent in our own right by the charter I am now holding. This is the border of Mickleham. Tomorrow, April the 2nd, is an enormous festival in this village to celebrate our freedom. Freedom, gentlemen, is what Mickleham is now all about.
Yes, we are.
I don't propose to
interfere with them at this present time.
You're going to get some help from somewhere.
That's right. Yeah.
And come back. And what's the offence they're actually committing here?
The minor one would be obstruction, I should think. The minor one. The other offences, firearms offences, maybe.
Have you ever had this one before?
No, this is a first. This is a first, I must say.
And you're going to come back later? And...
Yes, we'll be back later.
Okay. You realise you're taking on the whole of the British Army if necessary. It's just a handful of you here.
Well, we've one or two tricks up our sleeve. We may surprise them a little bit.
Where are you going to go now, then?
Oh, well, that would be telling. A few metres away from here, we intend to enforce the sovereignty of the Duchy of Mickleham.
And how are you going to do that?
We're just going to close the road into the village, and nobody goes in or out without the say-so of the powers that are now controlling the Duchy of Mickleham.
And do you expect everybody just to accept that?